being said, I'm going to close this call out with Tony Zolecki. Y'all, listen, Tony and his wife, Sarah, were the pioneers of social retail, and they've had the craziest story. They've been through so much on a personal level, in business. They're just the most incredible mentors, leaders, and, you know, they're at the top of the compensation plan. They've reached the top, most prestigious levels inside the network marketing profession, and they helped pioneer social retail 11 years ago. They have a global business. In fact, Tony, aren't you going to India next week, bro?
Yeah, I'm leaving tomorrow night.
He's leaving tomorrow night to go to India. Can you guys imagine having a business in every continent we do business in, every country, city, state? That's Tony's business. Tony and Sarah have built this incredible life. They're, you know, super inspiring. They know this business inside and out. They're always having fun. They're raising their kids. They're leading by example, building incredible teams. And I'm going to have Tony close out the call, and I can't think of anybody better to be partnered with. So, Tony, I'll turn it over to you. Thanks for being a part of this today.
Man, I love this. And, you know, just listening to Leslie's story and Kayla just dropping nuggets and just bombs. I mean, I was in Dallas last week with both of them, and, you know, Leslie inspired me to a whole nother level, moved me in ways I didn't think I could be moved. And, you know, Kayla's training was one of the best trainings I've seen in 11 years doing this business inside this company. And, man, just rock stars. And, you know, we get to work with rock stars every day, and I love that piece. You know, for my story, everybody, you know, I went from working on my mom's taco truck, right, hustling tacos in downtown Milwaukee, Wisconsin, you know, to now hustling hope, right? What do I mean by that? I mean by that I talk to people every single day and let them dream again and let them get excited about life again and let them get fired up about where they can go and who they can impact. And I'm like, sign here, win here. I believe in you. We get to do this together, right? And that's what we do every single day. And, you know, I remember my first mentor when I got in the business, you know, she challenged me to be great. She said, I dare you to be great, Tony Zolecki. And what she meant was I had to be willing to make decisions to be great, because you're not just going to be great by not doing the work. You're not going to be great by just thinking you're going to coast and it's all going to happen for you. It doesn't work that way. And when I made those decisions, and the first decision I had to make was, you know, I knew I could live my fears or I could live my dreams, but I had to choose one of them. And I was living my fears way too long. And I needed to start living my dream, living the dream that I had in front of me. And I started feeding it every single day. You know, and I put up, and I still have today, if you go into my bathroom, I got prosperity boards and pictures of stuff and sayings and quotes and definitions. Why? Because every day I'm working on my subconscious mind. Every day I'm working to program my subconscious mind. Every day I know my subconscious mind can go in 1,000 places. But I want to make sure I can control that. What do I want to manifest? I want to manifest being great, doing great, serving, impacting, changing lives. And here's the thing I'll tell you about dreams. No dream is possible in life unless it's greater than your biggest obstacle in life. Let me say that one more time. No dream is possible in your life unless it's greater than your biggest obstacle in your life. So what's the biggest obstacle in your life right now? What do you got to do to make sure your dream is way bigger than that your dream is super clear, you're super focused for it, right? I mean, because it starts there. You know, I also knew that I needed to build wide, you know, in this business. Why? You want to take advantage of the comp plan? You want to really grab the big money in this comp plan like John and all the other leaders do every single day? Guess what they do? 90% of your time, 90% of our time should be prospecting and recruiting and getting people to our events. John laid it out beautiful. We got Baltimore coming up on June 1st. We've got New Leader Conference a week later. We have the Fall Social Marketing Summits that are popping everywhere in 4 or 5 different markets in September. We have more director dashes probably, you know, in between all that stuff. Well, here's the best recipe for success. Prospect and recruit your face off, ATM your face off, and come to events and bring people to events. Not only your new people, but your team with you. Like, I love what's coming up June 1st because that will be the best event any of us have ever attended. And we will move the dial, and we will engage, and we will lock people in, and we will create defining moments for people, and we'll get people go out and do in June $40, $50, $100, $200,000 of new volume that they would have never have done unless they were in that room June 1st being immersed in all the stuff that's happening. We'll have, 15, 20 speakers. We have guest speakers coming in. A lot of you have been in Dallas with us. It'll be better than that. But again, you need to make a decision and a goal today and say, you know what, not only am I going to be there, I'm registering, but I'm getting all my personal recruits to register. As I sign people in all this month and next month, part of the sign-up process is you come to Baltimore. That's what I'm doing. I'm enrolling 2 new people later today after this call. Guess what? As they come in, I told them, you have to come to Baltimore. It's part of the sign-up process. Why? Because they have a better chance to win. They have a better chance to create a story. They have a better chance of really burning this thing up and really having the success they deserve, they want, that they dream about if they're in the room June 1st. So don't forget to build wide. Don't forget to keep recruiting. Don't forget to keep putting people in this thing. I always said, what's your job description here? Whether you're an Elite Black 3, a Director 1, a Team Leader, a Platinum Black, call it what you want. The finish line is always the starting line. What do I mean by that? Every day we onboard new customers. Who? All of us do. John, me, Michelle, Kayla, the brand new person. We onboard new customers. We onboard new marketers. We invest in relationships because long-term relationships equals long-term success. And all of you want long-term success. So guess what? Invest in relationships every single day. Next thing, you've got to really chase the structure. You got to chase the business. You got to chase the volume. As you're prospecting and recruiting, guess what? They're giving you a network you don't have right now. Chase that network. As you bring in, if I bring in John, he's got a network I don't know anything about. I want to know John's network. And then that network has a network I don't know anything about. And when you start building and recruiting through networks, through teams, through new people getting started, guess what happens? You get 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 levels deep before you even know it. And now you're like, man, look at the volume, look at the leaders, look at the people coming into the business, because a lot of the people that are coming into the business 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 levels into an organization, into a new person you launch that you get started, they're not looking for Modair. They're not looking for opportunity a lot of times. But then all of a sudden, they hear from you. They're in a chat. They meet the team. They see the products. They see our mission. They see what we're doing, and guess what they do? They light up like a Christmas tree. Why? Because they're like, man, I like this. Wow, this is different. Wow, I could really go out and help a lot of people. Man, I could go impact a lot of people. Even though I ball out in real estate, for the example here, I've got so many people that don't fall out in real estate that are in my world that could be great at this business, that could be great on these products, that could win like crazy, and this is a vehicle, right? And the vehicle is now. The vehicle is right now. Next thing, you got to be prime in prime time. What do I mean by that? Meaning if you got, Leslie said it, when John asked her, how much time are you doing this, Leslie? Well, I'm doing it in the morning before work. I'm doing it on lunch. I'm doing it kind of in the evening. Leslie is prime in prime time, where she's not wasting minutes. She's not wasting days. She's maximizing this. She's getting everything she can possibly get from her day as she does her full-time job. And she's probably got a full-time income, knowing Leslie, because she is efficient. So you got to be prime in prime time. And again, this is not hard to do if you stay on the path, if you stay on track, if you stay around us, if you stay around the chats, if you stay around the people that are doing the business every single day. I love this because one thing I learned early on in the business is that I wanted to follow winners, not losers. And I wanted to be around the winners. I was around losers my whole life growing up, and I was like, man, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to be around the winners. I want to face it till I make it. You know what I mean? I want to go out there and really sow the dream. Millions of people give up on their dream every single day. And guess what? We're in the chats. We're in the live video. We're in the stories. We're in the TikToks. We're in the Snapchats. We're in the LinkedIns. We're in the Gram. We're in everything you possibly can imagine because we're bringing people and igniting their dreams. Again, we're giving them a solution to all the crazy problems they have today. Do you understand this is a solution that can help everybody out there? And what we've got to do a better job at, me included, is to get this into more people's minds and to capture their minds and to win their hearts. How do we do that? By doing these events, by showing up, by bringing people there, by doing Zooms and calls and chats, and right, we're everywhere because our story is valid. Our story is incredible. And I don't care if you just got signed up in this business. I'm talking to the new people listening today. Guess what? Your story is powerful. Your story is relatable. Your story is what will move people into action and get them doing this at a higher level and a more of a commitment level. So as I think about, John, what we've been able to do as a team, it blows my mind. After 11 years, Sarah and I are more excited today than when we signed up. And we just know that the right people are in our lives. The right people we get to work with every single day. The right people we get to go and build, this as big as we want to build it, every single day. Someone said this morning, I was doing a Zoom, and they said, how did you, get a team in India? Well, this is the great part about network marketing is you build local, and local takes you international. People here in Minneapolis, Minnesota that we, sold the dream into a year and a half, 2 years ago, basically long-term relationships equal long-term success. They basically gave us some leads in India that have started cooking, that have started growing, that started, really moving the dial. And I think about that and go, wow, where can you go in this world and you can have a business that the sun never sets on? You can have a business that as you're going to sleep in Chicago, in New York, in Florida, in Maryland, in Colorado, in California, in Arizona, you have people waking up on the other side of the world and they're promoting the brand and they're getting customers and they're onboarding marketers and they're investing in relationships and they're building leaders, and you're sleeping in California, you're sleeping in Florida, but that's the power of what we do. And you think about what's possible, let me tell you something. Anything is possible. Sky is the limit. We're going to go into the biggest run this company's ever seen in the next 3 years. I said it this morning to somebody. I said, we will do more in the next 3 years than we did our first 11 years. And the first 11 years have been epic. It has been incredible, have been a dream come true. And we'll do more the next 36 months with everything that's coming that we've done the last 11 years. There'll be people that get started tonight, today, next week, next month, and they'll do more in 3-4 years. They'll do more in a year than it took Sarah and I to do in 3-4 years. Why? Because the opportunity is better. Why? Because the momentum is greater. Why? Because the systems are more dialed in. Why? Because this is moving the world. Social retail is moving the world right now, and we're just getting warmed up. So as I close this out, I want you to really sit back today and really think about what decisions you need to make for you to be great. What decisions you need to make for you to have your best month ever. What decisions you need to make so that you consistently recruit people between now and the end of the month. What decisions you need to make so that you go live on a consistent basis. What are those decisions? And again, don't worry about the fear piece. Fear is just made up. It just gets us to stop. It just gets us to go the other way. It just gets us to play small. It gets us to just create this story that isn't true. The story isn't real. What is real is you and what you're going to go do and how you're going to go do it. So I want to finish and just give love to Rhino Nation and what Michelle Barnes and team have been able to do here. It's just an epic story. M-Life, the team that really put Modera on the map early on, and what John and Nadia consistently do. And why I love them and respect them so much, because everything they say, go and do, John's still doing live video every day. John's still recruiting, brand new people every day. John's still creating rank advancement every day. John's still doing events and showing up all the time. He's still doing everything that he teaches us to do. He's still doing it. What does that say about him? True leadership. What does that say about him? Greatness. What does that say about him? Is that he believes in this more than most people believe in it. And here's the thing. That will rub off on you. Why do you got to stay close to the fire until you become the fire? Because this is the stuff that keeps you in the game. This is the stuff that gets you recruits. This is the stuff that makes you show up and show off in a big, big way. So, again, culture, training, team is everything in this business. The company has a role to play, and I love our company. But guess what? It's mostly on us. And what I mean by that is we got to do the work, and we got to ball out, and we got to show up and show off like we've never done before. And I think we're all ready for it. I think we're all excited to do that. I know I am. I know John is. I know Michelle is. I know all the other leaders are, from Kayla down. I know, M Life and Rhino Nation are ready to put their best year on the books. And guess what? For them to put their best year on the books, they got to go out and help thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people win, and that's what makes this business so special. So I love you guys. I'll see you over in India. I'll place a bunch of stories and vids and some great stuff going on. And, as I talk to the team over there this morning, here's what I know. They want to grow. They want to be better. They want to be great. They want a big check here. They want to go out and share this all throughout India and all throughout the different markets there, and they want a better life for them and their family, just like everybody you're talking to all over the place. If you're listening to this and you say, oh, my gosh, Tony, I didn't know you were going to India. I actually got some people over there that I want to hook up with. I'll send John some of the information where I'm going to be, and I'd be more than happy to meet with anybody you want to put me in front of and have them experience Modair India and help you grow a team over there and just, start getting a little bit of that worldwide action like John and Nadia, like Michelle and all the other leaders have going on in the different markets. So with that, have an awesome Saturday. Let's go crush. Let's go do big things. I love you, and we'll see you on the other side. Take care, everybody.